When the university buys goods, such as electronics, lab equipment and food, or services such as air travel or construction expertise, lots of different producers, manufacturers and suppliers are involved. For example, when we purchase a new computer from an IT supplier, they place an order with the manufacturer, who has assembled the computer from smaller components. The manufacturer bought these components from another manufacturer, who sourced the raw materials that went into them, such as plastics, metals and minerals, from a wholesaler. The wholesaler sourced raw materials from many different producers, like metals, which come from mines. This is called a supply chain, and everything the university buys has one. Supply chains can be simple, involving a few people in one location, or they can be complicated networks involving hundreds of different suppliers across the globe. Because raw materials, components and finished goods pass through many hands, it could be hard to track where they come from, who made them and under what circumstances. For example, the people mining the metals and minerals used in this computer, such as tin and gold, may be slaves forced to work by a militia. The militia may be using the profits to fund armed conflict, and probably doesn't care about the miners' welfare or if the mine destroys the local ecosystem. Because of the complexity of supply chains, consumers are often oblivious to human rights and environmental abuses within them. We can perpetuate the problem without even realising it. That's why it's important to understand supply chains, so we can improve them. So, what is the University of Edinburgh doing to improve the sustainability of its own supply chains? Well, lots of things. We're identifying the social and environmental impacts of our supply chains and what we can do about them in 5 priority areas: electronics, laboratory equipment, food, travel, and estates. We're working with partners to investigate practices in the supply chains we share, and together we're calling for better social and environmental practices and transparent supply chains, so it's easier for consumers to understand where their goods and services come from and how they were made. We've made various commitments to ensure we're moving forward. Because we're a university, we're also encouraging academics and students to carry out research into supply chains. Finally, we share the knowledge we've gained to encourage other organisations to look into their own supply chains and to raise awareness among our staff, students and suppliers. All of this helps to improve the sustainability of both local and global supply chains, the welfare and rights of the workers within them, and the surrounding environment. But there's still a long way to go. To support this work, you can vote with the purchases you make, choose ethical suppliers where possible, and ask questions when you're unsure, propose research projects related to supply chains, or help to raise awareness of sustainable supply chains by taking part in fair trade or anti-slavery events, and by asking how the goods and services you use are produced. Together, people and institutions like ours can build a more socially responsible and sustainable world. For more information and to get involved, visit our website